I'm mad that I can't control it. I'm mad that nobody will tell me what to do. Wearing a mask and they're not, or they're wearing a mask and I'm not. I'm mad that I don't know whether to wear a mask. I'm mad that you're looking at me because I'm wearing a mask. I'm mad that you're looking at me because I'm not. I'm mad because I can't figure out. Would somebody tell me what to do?
Peace of mind. I want you to walk in peace. I know these are difficult days and there's lots of things that we could find to disagree about and there's lots of things that we could have an opinion on, but I actually believe that if we're gonna build our life on anything, we ought to build it on the truth of God's word.
When people who would normally find themselves being jealous and envious of you find themselves saying, I like him or I like her so much, I am now rooting for them to even bypass me. They're just such a great person. I want them to receive whatever blessings and opportunities there is for them to receive.
They hurt my feelings. If you have your spare tire, you forgive them and move on. Don't have unrealistic expectations. That person that loves you so much, no matter how good they are, at times they're going to disappoint you. They're going to say things that they shouldn't. Don't be easily offended.
Don't let money be your decision maker in too many things. We all have to have money to live, and I realize that. We need to support ourselves, and sometimes money is involved in helping us make a decision. But when money becomes your motivator and your decision maker, you're very likely to end up being unfulfilled and empty on the inside.
You can find malevolence and ignorance at the level of the individual. And so we would say that's the malevolence and ignorance that characterizes you and other individuals. And it's a viciously powerful and terrifying force.
Here's a surprising fact. You may feel the dread, the fear, the kind of anxious feelings that come with a big social situation, but you may still want to go. And that's how you also know that this is probably more in the lane of fear and dread and anxiety than it is just disliking small talk.
I'm talking to someone who said, you know what, man? I've taken so many hits. I'm just tired. I understand. So here's what I want to say to you. As you look at yourself, look at your life during the pandemic and out of the pandemic, here's what I had to do to deal with anxiety. I'm not putting myself at risk.
When you don't know why you do what you do, you slow down. You get discouraged. You get knowing your purpose, why you do what you do, is the secret to two very important qualities that you have to have in your life if you're going to succeed in life.
The next time you have a mission and you plan that contingency and you actually execute and implement what you said you're going to do, guess what? You will accomplish the mission. There's a whole part of ownership that preempts the problem. If you've got someone that knows, if I know that I can make an excuse, then guess what? I'm not going to set things up properly. If I don't set things up properly, more often than the other way, I will fail to execute what I'm supposed to execute.
You ain't got to be tripping about it. It's just really more to life than this. But you got to figure out the why part. What helped me get to the why part? See, the why part came to me when I discovered something that he gave to all of us. See, God gives everybody a gift. He never creates a soul without giving them a gift. You all are gifted. You don't have to be comedy. It don't have to be music, but you gifted.
And growth has literally placed me where I am. So what are you doing to develop yourself? It's a huge question. And the 15 laws of the 15 laws of personal growth, basically these laws are all about developing yourself. On the first question, you're foundational for your future. The second question is all about compounding, multiplication. That's where you build a huge business, when you know how to develop other people.
A lot of us never accomplish our mission because we will not be honest about our motives. So we'll say what we think we should want. And that's why we never get anywhere in prayer, and why we never get anywhere in self-awareness. And this is why we never get past the same cycle of trying to satisfy our needs, because we will not even be honest with God.
When you're kind, you draw people to you. When you're good-natured, friendly, opportunity will come your way. People want to do business with people that they like. When we're hiring someone, their resume tells us what they can do, what their skills are, but we always meet with them to see what their attitude is. Are they positive? Are they friendly, kind, considerate?
Your values in life determine your stress, determine your success, and determine your salvation. Now, you may not realize this, but your values could be causing stress in your life. Unclear. Your values cause confusion. They cause confusion in your life.
I believe the solution to self-doubt is to build something bigger than that doubt, which is to build our self-confidence. And one thing to know about the fact that you doubt yourself is, one, I struggle with it as well. One of the reasons I've had to go learn to build all these tools for myself is because in my life, my baseball career, my academic career, my business career, my speaking career, I've been riddled with self-doubt. That creeps up all the time in our lives. Am I enough? Am I good enough?
Your philosophy comes from what you learn, comes from what you know, comes from other people's experiences. 3 ways now to learn from other people. Here's number 1, learn from what you see. One of the great watchwords of these early years of the 21st century, pay attention. If you just watch, you can pick up clues. Success leaves clues.
You know, everything that we hear doesn't have to be something new. It just needs to be now. It needs to be what's for now. And so I'm calling this message, Prepare for Increase. The word complaining came up in my heart, so I wrote down complaining, and then the Lord spoke to my heart, beware of complaining. It weakens your wall of protection. Angels hearken to God's word. Speak the word and experience more of their help.
You are still maintaining an optimistic point of view. And what that means is that you, when you're an optimist, you believe that your actions and your thoughts matter. You believe that you can handle what's on your plate. You believe that based on your thoughts and your actions, you can positively affect the outcome of whatever it is that you're dealing with.
You're dealing in this world where someone's pretending to be something because it looks like that looks best on the numbers. You know, like they've looked at like some sheets and say they prefer Christian, nothing Mormon or anything crazy like that. This is what people prefer, so let's go Christian. They prefer a person who wears a tie and a suit all the time, so let's dress in the appropriate manner. And they sort of slowly but surely segment themselves into this ridiculous population of pretenders.